Hi, everyone. So if you remember me talking about the guy across the street who mows his lawn all the time, and I thought that he had OCD but was probably autistic, I take that back. I think he has OCD and he's not autistic because the dude was out there yesterday mowing his lawn like for 45 minutes and he's right back out there mowing it again. Like the exact same shit he mowed yesterday. An autistic person wouldn't do that. That makes no sense. And he does this like pretty regularly. Like, I don't know if, does he see like a strand of grass he missed and feels the need to go over the entire lawn again? Yeah, so I do not think that he's autistic because we wouldn't do that. We don't do things that don't make sense. But yeah, like, and then I was thinking, it's kind of funny because like, that whole family across the street, like him and his family are the complete opposite of like what's going on over here. So like they're all about, we do our own grocery shopping. We wash our own cars. We do our own landscaping. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging them for that, but that's just how they are. And over here, it's like Instacart's coming today. Amazon's bringing something. I ordered something off of Grubhub, and like all these fucking people just keep bringing shit because it's like I'm lazy, and if the services exist for a reason, like take advantage of them, you know, like they're not just for people who can't leave their home, they're for people who don't want to leave their home. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Today I wanted to do a quick episode about, I think I've mentioned this before, but about like these kicks I go on with like food and drinks, and I'm on a new one. This isn't a new one, but like it's the most recent one, the Fruit2O water, and I am like, I caught myself in the same pattern of thinking and behavior, and I'm like, I don't know if I've like talked about just how deep this goes, so I thought I would like come on here and just do that really quick. But yeah, like my current kick is Fruit2O water. I do not like bland water. Ever since like they introduced water that had flavor, who the fuck wants to drink boring ass bland water? So I'm all about like, I like different beverages. I like a variety of things to drink. I don't know why, I've always liked to drink things. If you can't tell already, this dry mouth is, I don't know if it's like Fridays it gets really bad. Like dry mouth has a schedule or something. But anyways, so Fruit2O water, I fucking love it. I'm willing to pay like the $10 and something like to get a fucking case of it. Like I fucking love that water. I drink more water when I drink that water because it tastes so good. So Wegmans goes from like, and I can't find it in any other store around here. Wegmans is the only one I've been able to find it in. So they would have like this tiny section with maybe 8 cases if the section was full. I always thought that was stupid because it flies off the shelves. Why are you only putting 8 up there? Why do you take so long to restock it when those fly off the shelves? Like, I don't get it. But it is just, it's missing now. And so last week or the week before, I did Instacart and I put on there that I wanted 2 cases of Fruit2O water, and that if they were not there, just to refund me because I have replacements here. I just want that water. And I 99% figured I would get the refund, that they wouldn't have it, but you never know. And sure as shit, the chick that did the shopping got 2 cases of Fruit2O water. And I'm like, where the fuck do they keep this stuff? Is it in the back? Like, VIP or something? Like, where are people finding this fucking water? I just went there like the other day. I don't even think they're carrying it anymore. So what did Fruit2O water do to them? I don't know. And so I like Hint, like that water. I like it, but I don't like it as much as Fruit2O water. I don't like anything as much as Fruit2O water. And so what did I do? I did what I always do. And I went online yesterday and I searched, is there a Fruit 2.0 shortage? And somebody had typed in, is there a Fruit 2.0 shortage in Nebraska? So it ain't just me. And I could not find anything that said anything about what is going on with this brand. Unless I'm a bad researcher, There's that too. But I couldn't find anything. I went to the website. I've looked for comments. I spent a good hour trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with the water. And then I spent another half hour, 45 minutes searching where can I have this water delivered to me? Is there any place online anywhere in the world that can deliver this water to my house? And I could not find anything. And then so we're down 2 hours now over fucking water, okay? And I'm sitting here getting pissed. This was last night. I was legit getting pissed that I could not find a way to get this Fruit 2.0 water. And so what happens is when I get to where I'm at this point, I start getting really frustrated because I'm already living in the future. And in the future, I don't have this water and I am sad and irritated and drinking water is no longer enjoyable. And I don't want to feel that way. But I know it's in my future because I can't find what I want. And so then I get fucking focused on that. It's just, it makes sense to me, but I would think it might sound a little odd to people who don't think this way. And I'm guessing that this has to be autism. This has to be. Oh, more dry mouth. Hold on. Yeah, so anyways, all right, so where are we at now? 2 hours of that, then a half hour of poor me. Okay, and then so I had to start doing searches for what compares the most to Fruit 2.0 water. And I guess there's this brand called Propel. I've never heard of them before. These seem pretty popular, but I don't get out a lot, so they have flavored water. And I was looking up reviews. They were all good reviews. And so I went on Wegmans because I was doing Instacart and I was oh, their shit's so expensive. So I went to the Walmart website to see what their prices are for Propel, and it's so much cheaper. So I placed an order for 5 cases of it. I don't even know what it tastes like. But it's flavored. It can't taste that bad. And most people seem to enjoy it. So I would assume that I would like it too. And so they're supposed to be delivering that anytime now. Yeah, I'm not beneath going on Walmart and having them bring me flavored water. I need something as close as possible to Fruit 2.0 water for me to continue feeling okay. Oh, man. This is funny. I'm okay with this whole process, just so you know. This doesn't bother me that I'm like this. I don't mind. Because if I do end up finding the thing I'm looking for, do you know how satisfying that is? You're oh, all this work paid off, finally. So, yeah, I really hope this Propel water does the trick. But then, my mind goes to, every time I find something that I like, it seems to disappear not long after I started buying a lot of it. And I always, get paranoid, even though I know rationally it's not true. But I'm what the fuck? They don't like that I'm buying all this now? And now, I can't find it? What's that all about? But, I've talked about, that happened with, those Outshine popsicles. I went on, 3 or 4, maybe 5 months of that last year. All grape. And I just kept buying box after box after box. And it was so hard because every other trip to the store, that one flavor would be empty, but there would be all the other flavors. And so it's are there, how do all of us like this exact flavor? Is it really the best out of all of the other ones? And I don't get it. How is everybody just stuck on grape? So I did that. And then there's this brand called Zenify. It's another beverage. And I would order that for a whole year off of Amazon. I never had, like, in the fridge, there was never not a can of Zenify for a whole year. And yeah, I know I just pissed this stuff out and it doesn't really do a whole lot, but it tastes delicious. I love beverages. What can I say? Aha water. I've done that before. A couple years ago, I got hooked on the blueberry. What is it? Blueberry pomegranate? Like, what did I say? Like, I got hooked on it. Like, it's like some drug. But no, I was obsessed with it. I was like, oh, this tastes so good. And it's water. And so there was months and months of that. And then Wegmans stopped carrying Aha water for whatever reason. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then that became hard to find. But it's not just with water. I've done this with, like, beef jerky before. In the military, there was this brand, I think it was called Camo. The name of the beef jerky was Camel Pack, like PAK or something like that. But when I was in the military, I guess this disordered eating just kind of goes way back, because my meals at work would consist of a package of Camel Pack beef jerky. It was so fucking good. And the protein bar. And that's all I would eat for, like, lunch or dinner for, like, the longest time. And I don't even know that they make that beef jerky anymore. I have been out of the military for years. When did I get out? 2007. And I still, like, a couple times a year do an internet search to see, like, did this brand resurface? Can I find it anywhere? Nips, I think I talked about that before. Those little candies that you suck on that have, like, I don't know, Nips, N-I-P-S, if you know what those are. I went on, this was around the pandemic when that started. And I got stuck on the chocolate ones, I think it was, or the coffee ones. It was one of those. I got stuck on, like, this one flavor. And all I did for months was order boxes and boxes and boxes of Nips from Amazon. And if I was at, like, Walgreens and I saw that they had a sale, I would scoop up all the boxes of Nips. And all I would do all day is just eat Nips while I was doing other things. So that fizzled out. That's never coming back, because some of these things, they just don't resurface. I've had my fill of them, and thank you, but no thank you. Another kick that I went on was this garlic oil ramen that this Asian store near us had. They don't have that specific package anymore, or that kind, but they did. And I was obsessed with it. I was like, this tastes so good. So all I would do is, like, buy packets and packets and packets, because apparently everybody else liked it too. And, like, you would show up to the Asian store and there would be holes in the shelves just for that one fucking flavor. So, like, do I just have good taste or something? Like, I don't know what this is, but I did the same thing when they had cooked like, it was kind of like sushi octopus is the best way I can describe it. Like, you could just pull it right out of the bag and eat it, but it wasn't for sushi, but it was, like, cut up and sliced and everything. And the Asian store had this. As soon as they opened, they had this for 2 months, I think. And it was, I love octopus. I was raised in Japan. I just love raw fish. But this wasn't raw. It was cooked. But I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, so I would buy package after package after package and just eat that shit right out of the bag. And it was delicious. And then all of a sudden, they stopped carrying it. And I was like, oh, they're out. But then, like, months went by. And it never came back. And now years have gone by. And every time I go in that store, I still go to that same spot where I saw it last time, like that same cooler or whatever you call them. And I look for it. Because you never know. Like, I get stuck on this stuff. Oh, hold on. What else? Oh, have you guys heard of that brand called Dr. Tobias? It's a pretty expensive brand, like, of supplements and stuff. I always use the probiotics. They're not cheap, but they make such a difference, like, compared to other probiotics that I've had, that this is the brand that I stick with. I've been with them for years. And, Prime for Amazon doesn't always mean 2 days anymore. So I keep forgetting that. And I'll go on, like, 2 days before I need to, like, have more probiotics because I would have run out. And it says that it's not available for like a couple of weeks or something. And then I'm like, oh, I should have just fucking subscribed to this. Is this why people subscribe to stuff like this? But I don't know. So I am very obsessed with like that brand. I've had other supplements from the brand, and like they just make me feel better. So I get pissed when there's like shortages of that stuff. During the holidays, I use a lot of LED candles around the house for like sensory reasons and stuff. There's this one brand I like. Their candles last the longest. They're like, I just love everything about them. And I would order box after box after box of these during the holidays. And then I would go to order another one, and they would have run out and it won't be available for like a few weeks. And I would get so livid. And then I would sit there and be like, I knew I should have bought like 20 fucking boxes. Like, this is not, I was going to say normal, but it actually is normal. So, for me, Sensationals, that brand for wax melts, my absolute favorite is warm apple pie. I still think it's weird that like they put things like warm or cold or like words like that. Like, apple pie can smell like this without being warm. I don't know. Maybe it's like a marketing thing, whatever. But that is like a year-round thing. Like, I know pumpkin you can't really find year-round, but like this apple pie one you can. And in the last like 4 or 5 months, it's been so hard to find. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's not because like Christmas is over. Like I said, like I've been buying this for years, using it year round, and all of a sudden it's like hard to come by, and I don't know why. Like, if there's shortages of something, at the very least, can these brands not just go onto their website and be like, this is what's going on? Like, don't they owe that to their customers? Come on. But when I do find it, this is how much I like it. Like, you can go to Walmart and get this shit for what, like $2? Well, with inflation, what is that, like $3 now or something? And if you cannot find it in the store, online you're paying like double that. So I'll get like a little thing that will cost like a couple bucks at Walmart and pay like $6 for it. That's how much I want that scent. Yeah, I think you guys get the point. So every so often something like this comes along and I go hardcore in it, and then like I research the fuck out of the brand and I feel like it makes my life better, and then all of a sudden it disappears, or I don't know. And it bothers me. Like, you know how it is when we find something we like, that is all we want. And this fucking water is all I want. I just want this water. And it's hard to find now. And so this Propel water hopefully tastes good. This is just like, this seems like the silliest episode to record. Because I'm over here complaining about flavored water. Like, my life is so bad. Where's my flavored water? But it's just an example of like, this is like, and I don't even stop. And I did stop and think about it today, which is why I'm on here recording now. But like, I don't stop and think like, oh, I've been researching this for 45 minutes and I still haven't found an answer. Maybe I should stop. No, I just keep going until like, okay, I feel I've tried. Let's move on to something different. Like, I don't care that I spend hours on something that like maybe other people would not. But my priorities are a lot different from like other people's priorities. I don't know. Or autistic people's priorities maybe differ in a lot of ways. Well, no, that makes us sound like we're superior. I don't mean it to sound like that. Does anybody else struggle with this? Do you get like stuck on something and then like that's all you want and you get so pissed when you can't find it all of a sudden? You know what I mean? It's like, for me, it really is about, I don't want to feel sad, or because I would, you get something you love and then you don't get to have it, you feel sad. I feel sad. So I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to have to play is this other brand going to taste as good or better or no? And so there's uncertainty with that. It's just like, come on, man, like, can't I just get my fucking flavored water? And for the people out there that are like, well, they sell like those packets of like powder or Stir, that brand, that shit tastes gross to me. I have yet to find one that's good for you. Like, I wouldn't say good for you. Like, there's a lot of the ones that have like the artificial stuff in it. I don't like stuff like that. But then the other stuff that doesn't, it just doesn't taste good to me. I've tried all kinds. And so once I found like Fruit 2.0, I felt that like this life problem was solved until they stopped making it easily available. So I'm probably later on this afternoon going to go back online and see if anything new popped up about this issue. Because if this is like what I don't care. I don't care if this is what I'm worrying about. This is my life. This is the stuff I like. So if you guys can relate, if any of you guys do this stuff, if anybody knows the answer to this Fruit 2.0 stuff, like, if you're like, I know why there's a shortage, don't you think you owe it to yourself to email me and tell me? I really would appreciate it if anybody out there knows the answer to that. And I hope this episode didn't scare anybody off. Okay, thanks. Bye.